board proceeds and with his consent or convenience or where he had acted diligently. In view of the express provision in which this type of category of debtors was not considered as a defaulter, as well as director nominated by the public sector undertaking in case directors nominated by public sector undertaking being directors appointed in pursuance of statutory obligation requirements such as director nominated by NCLT. This type of director, they are not supposed to face any prosecution until unless they are responsible, they are supposed to making non-compliance thereof. For that purpose, it is directed to ROC to verify the document from DR 11, DR 12, board report, or other document available annual return with the ROC. And in case if they consider there is a doubt, they are responsible, they should be prosecuted. Then they need to seek guidance from MCA, Director General of MCA, and consequently any such proceeding must be initiated after receiving their sanction. ऐसा नहीं कि आपने जो भी हो रहा है कि इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर जो भी है दे आर इन ट्रबल बिकॉज योर नेम इज देयर एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ पर्टिकुलर रिक्वायरमेंट इन केस ऑफ वन कंपनी आइलैंड एफएस and in other companies Satyam JP Infra independent directors were all their property and things were attached by the department by the court due to that reason. So they are not supposed to take any action directly. If they are having such type of confusion in mind, they should take necessary sanction from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs before initiating prosecution against them. As well as ROC are directed to immediately and especially follow the above mentioned standard operating procedure. This has been shown as a standard operating procedure with respect to all ongoing cases, whatever cases filed by the ROC or Department of Corporate Affairs, they need to verify once again and mention the case. If it is not satisfied, the same may be submitted to MCA for necessary examination and further action. In one of the client, ROC has been instructed to withdraw the prosecution. It is unnecessarily been launched. He was the independent director and chairman of the audit committee. He was not liable for any default committed by the company. Record shows. Then he has requested court and matter was referred to MC and MC has directed to ROC to withdraw the particular prosecution from the independent director. Now all the pending cases in which this mechanism has to be followed and they need to take further direction from the MCA. The circular part is over. Thereafter, there is various rules which were amended. In generally, nothing is more and much. Number one, board meeting power rules. Board meeting can be conducted, is very important. Board meeting can be conducted through audio video system during the period of 19 March to 30th June, in which the accounts can be adopted, board report can be approved, prospectus can be approved, and amalgamation can be approved by the board of directors through video conferencing. Otherwise, this meeting was required to be conducted physically. Okay. As well as audit committee meeting can be held during the period of this circular up to 30th September through video conferencing. It is very good circular issued to comply to help to the comply with the requirement of law. Found by INC 28 a technical amendment was made. They have inserted one more field for IBC. GNL 2 similar amendment was given. Nidhi company they have provided 3 more months time to make compliance. Company's appointment and directors qualification rules, that is recently there is requirement to register independent director their particular online database of the Institute of Corporate Affairs. there was a basic requirement to register within a period of 3 months from the date of notification, that is 1st December, and time was 28th April was the last date. They have extended further period of 2 months. Now the period is 30th April to make compliance, and also relaxation on online basis, were placed on online basis to the person who is having experience to work as an independent director or KMP of a listed company, or independent director in a listed company, as well as a body corporate or a public limited company having paid up share capital of rupees 10 crore and more. Company's amendment in incorporation rules was amended on 23rd September 2000, which provides for new forms, consolidated forms for application and incorporation of the company along with certain relation. I will detail thereafter. GDR issue, NCLT amendment rules, section 230, 11 and 12 have been notified, and for that purposes they have issued new forms for which necessary application can be made to NCLT along with the fee of 5,000 rupee. Company's accounts rules for NBFC companies, AOC 4, CS consolidated financial statement is required to be made, and necessary amendment was given. And companies winding up rules 2020, which is from 1st April 2020. The new company incorporation rules, which is provide unique facility to get all type of approval which is required to a corporate by using SPICE e-form plus, means simplified pro forma for incorporating company electronically plus INC 32 for a change in the name of the company by using run form. Now this rule 38A have been amended to make an application for registration of various facilities through Agile Pro for incorporation as well as GST number, that can be EPFO, Employee Provident Fund Organization, ESIC, professional tax, and opening a bank account can be made through application by way of providing facility after 23rd February. So my presentation is over. Devendra, आप कुछ भी questions?
Yes. No, most of the questions, sir, we have taken while discussing the presentation itself. There are a lot of questions on CSR, but they already have been answered in the earlier presentation, wherein we conducted that webinar. In that, most of the questions have been answered, and you have already covered most of the questions which are coming up. So I think we have deliberated on the recent amendments in Companies Act, the circulars and the rules which were amended by MCA. And I think that most of the points which we also discussed were covered. And I'm really thankful to you for your precious time. I would like to also mention that there was some technical issues at Jain Saab's residence. So for all the members and for benefit of all, he has traveled from his residence to his office, and it is really a commitment by you, sir. And I'm really thankful that you could deliver this particular webinar for the benefit of all the members, even though there are a lot of issues of traveling and all. So I personally thank on behalf of Institute. Uh, uh, Before we close, I would like to inform couple of things to all the members and students that the exam committee president and vice president, they are fully aware and having full control over the situation in India, and the necessary decision in respect of exams will be taken by them in due course. Like all of you are aware that last time also in the last attempt there was some unrest in India due to some issues, and we had postponed the exam last year. in the last attempt. So similar call will be taken. They are in full control and they will take the decision in at appropriate time. So this is just for your information that the council is at the helm, is aware about the situations which are there in India. So students are not required to worry about it, and whatever best possible solution institute will definitely come up with. Institute is still working, and institute has already launched various research paper initiatives in respect of stress management, in respect of impact analysis on profession. There is a opinion writing competition, which All India Opinion Writing Competition, as well as few competitions which are launched by various regional councils. They are still running. So institute is trying to make you occupied, or keep you occupied during this lockdown period. So you all are requested to take benefit of this. Then there are a few books which are getting updated. We are also thinking about updating the most precious book of our institute, that is the Premier on Company Law. And we have taken that task in hand, and we have already started working on it. So yeah, support of all the members would be required. So anybody can contact the CCGRT or COE Hyderabad for that particular purpose. Uh, uh, the last and foremost disclaimer which I would like to tell is the views expressed in this webinar are of the faculty and not of the institute. This is a formal disclaimer which I am supposed to make. Sir, anything closing remarks? If you want to say anything, then definitely we will close this after your remarks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for providing an opportunity to address the members and sharing my knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to the institute, president, and members of the institute for patience hearing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.